A pleasant day, STEM learners. This is Sir Peter, your statistics and probability teacher. For today's discussion, this is now week number 7, regression analysis and variables. So at the end of this video lesson, you should be able to define the regression analysis and identify the dependent and the independent variables given a situation. So what is regression analysis? So a regression analysis is a statistical method used to predict the variable, such as the dependent variable, using the given value of the independent variable. So whenever it's like correlation, but in the regression, we need to know if one variable directly or indirectly affects the other variable. Talking about an independent and a dependent variable, respectively. So whenever you wanted to know the predictability of a certain variable, then we use regression analysis. So regression analysis can only be performed if there is a significant relationship between two variables. So you also need to undergo testing the significant relationship for R, and then later on pushing your study into a more comprehensive analysis, such as the regression analysis, in which you want to know if a certain behavior predicts the other behavior. Now, like say, for example, we wanted to know if academic performance, okay, which is a dependent variable, is affected by your commitment to study. So yeah, we could make commitment as a predictor of academic performance. So the way how you gain good grades in a certain subject will be described by the level of your commitment towards the subject. So it's just like how it works when you want to predict a certain variable. So independent and the dependent variable. We say it is independent variable when a variable stands alone and is not affected by the other variable. So it is regarded as the predictor variable. While the dependent variable is the variable which depends on another variable. So it is regarded as the outcome. So just like with the example, the predictor variable is commitment and the outcome will be good academic performance in any subject. So how do we identify the independent and the dependent variables? So always remember that y depends upon x. So the independent variable affects the change in the dependent variable. Okay? So the independent is x and the dependent is y. So try the variables in the given statement. Price of meat and price of gas. Which is the dependent and which is the independent? Correct. Price of meat is our dependent. And independent variable is the price of gas, because we know that the price of meat depends upon the price of gas. And you know our situation nowadays, the gasoline is gasoline and crude oil is very high in the market. So we expect that all the commodities will be affected by the price hike in gasoline. So this is the end of my discussion. So would you like to give some other examples of dependent and independent variables? Then you might want to explore our self-instructional pocket for week number 7. So again, this is Sir Peter, your statistics and probability teacher.